You have come close before. You thought she was the one. Something in you believed it. And then it fell apart. And after that, something in you got a little quieter, a little more guarded, a little less hopeful. And now you are still believing, but barely. Still praying, but tired. Still trusting God. But honestly, it is getting harder. That tiredness you feel, it is not weakness. It is not evidence that God has forgotten you. It is the weight of a man who has been carrying a desire that only God can fulfill. And God does not ignore the prayers of a man who is still standing, even when standing is all he has left. So before you give up, before you settle, before you convince yourself that maybe this is just not for you, I need you to hear this. Adam was working before Eve appeared. Boaz was faithful before Ruth ever noticed him. Joseph walked in integrity long before he walked in promotion. The question has never been, where do I find her? The question is, who am I becoming before she arrives? Marriage is not just romance. It is a partnership in purpose. You have been praying for love, imagining what it would feel like to finally have someone who truly sees you, someone who stays, someone who doesn't leave you confused and empty at night. But here is what no one is telling you. The love you are asking God for, it requires a version of you that you haven't fully become yet. God doesn't just answer prayers. He builds people who can carry the answer. And that season of waiting, it is not punishment. It is preparation. A lot of people want love, but they are not ready for what real love demands. They want consistency, but struggle to be consistent themselves. They want peace, but are still carrying chaos on the inside. And if love showed up in that condition, it wouldn't heal them. It would expose them. That is why the waiting feels so uncomfortable. Because you are not just waiting for someone, you are being shaped into someone. God never gives a promise before preparing the person. Because blessings without structure don't become gifts, they become burdens. You are not just asking for love, you are asking for responsibility, for leadership, for patience, for sacrifice. Real love will require you to show up on the days you don't feel like it, to stay when things aren't perfect, to lead when you are tired. And if you are not prepared for that, you won't recognize love when it comes. Or worse, you will ruin it. Not because you are a bad person, but because you were an unprepared one. That is why God slows things down, not to deny you, to develop you. Because desperation attaches quickly, but maturity discerns slowly. So while you are asking, where is she? God is asking, who are you becoming? Are you learning discipline, or still controlled by your emotions? Are you growing in faith? Or do you only seek God when the loneliness gets too loud? Are you building your life, or waiting for someone to give it meaning? Because the right woman will not complete your life. She will join a life that is already being built. Not perfection, preparation. Stop thinking you are behind. You are not late. You are being built. Every delay you hate is protecting something you prayed for. One day, you are going to look back at this season and understand something that makes it all make sense. God was not keeping love from you. He was keeping you until you were ready to keep it. We live in a world that has confused love with attraction, where men are taught to pursue what excites them, not what sustains them. But God has a different standard. Before you ask, is she beautiful? Ask, is she safe for my soul? Before you commit to what you see, ask, does this woman have the character to carry what God has called me to? because her beauty may catch your attention, but her character will decide your peace. Her smile may make you feel alive, but her spirit will decide whether your home is safe. Her body may stir desire, but her heart will shape your children. Do not be led by what fades. Be led by what remains. Charm can lie, beauty can fade. But a woman who fears the Lord, she is to be praised. So do not choose the woman who only excites your flesh. Choose the woman who protects your peace. Choose the woman who will pray when you are tired, who will speak life when you are discouraged, who will stand beside your calling, not compete with it. And before you search for her, look inward. That is how you truly find a wife. Not by scrolling, not by settling, not by rushing out of fear, by becoming. He has not forgotten you. He is working in the waiting. And when the time is right, it will not feel like a search finally ended. It will feel like God smiling and saying, "Now